Waiting for you to justify my love.
Welcome back to Nightchild Reviews. Let's take you on a little journey back to 1990. Ingrid Chavez is working alongside Prince on the Graffiti Bridge film. Just 3 years earlier, Ingrid had changed the direction of the Minneapolis genius when she introduced herself to Prince at Williams' pub in Uptown. The Spirit Child inspired Prince to embark on his Lovesexy project and let forth a burst of fresh creativity. However, Ingrid was also about to change the musical landscape with one of her creations. It's here that Ingrid picks up the tale. There are events in our lives that come to define who we are as an artist, if that's your calling, Ingrid says. One of those defining moments for me was that day in Los Angeles, just hanging out in the studio with Lenny Kravitz and Andre Betts. I was in the city doing overdubs for the film Graffiti Bridge. It was not planned. I just happened to be in the room while these two artists created what would become one of the most raw and unforgettable tracks of the 90s. I think what is important to know about this song is that it is personal. It was written for me. The words were from a letter I'd just written, so the emotions were strong. It would ultimately wind up in Madonna's hands and mark a major shift in her own image and musical style for a period of time. In some way, it changed the trajectory of both our lives. That is the power of a song written from that deeper place that we, as writers, are forever chasing. Ingrid ended up having to sue for her rightful credit to this amazing track, a decision that in part led to her leaving the music industry for a while. In an interview, she stated, "Well, I left when I had my kids, but it got really ugly when the Justify My Love litigation was going on. Prince was very upset that Virgin gave Madonna my song without my permission, and I was told not to say anything. Prince called me one day after hearing it on the radio and said, 'Ingrid, what is up with that Justify My Love song? That song is you.' No one knew I wrote that song, and at the time my record hadn't come out yet, and Prince was upset that people were going to think I was copying Madonna when I did it. I remember I just didn't want Prince to be disappointed." There are sometimes occasions when you simply have to throw your hands up in the air and admit that the words used by another cannot be bettered, and this is true of the following short passage from the promotional release for this track. It states, "Singer-songwriter and spoken word artist Ingrid Chavez returns with her long-awaited recording of Madonna's groundbreaking 1990 #1 hit, Justify My Love. The one-time Prince muse and ex-wife of avant-art rocker auteur David Sylvian was the lyrical engine behind the steamy, poetic, erotic meditation, alongside co-writers Lenny Kravitz and Andre Betts. To mark the iconic song's landmark 30th anniversary, Chavez issues her own version of the timeless classic that's as infectious and narcotic as the electrifying original. Ingrid teams up with Danish producer, multi-musician Mashti to deliver an intimate, sparsely layered, seduction suffused with sleek organic rhythms, supple melodies, breathy, lustful vocals, and a husky, percolating, funk-filled groove. Ingrid's poetry, artwork, and musical individualism have always been incredibly pivotal to my life. From the very first moment I spent a long, glorious summer listening to her album titled May 19, 1992, which was released a year before in September 1991. The fascinatingly intoxicating mix of ethereal tranquility, sublime transcendent wonder and awe, beautiful dreamscape lyricality, and achingly gorgeous, uplifting, mesmerising journeys. They are, and I defy anyone to deny this, the perfect accompaniment to a walk through a beautiful woods strewn with nature's power. Let us briefly dive into this remarkable and sublime version of Justify My Love, which, I must be clear, is for me the version I have always wanted. The synchronicity of the songwriter and the song, the ultimate version of a track that shaped the 90s.
Wanting, needing, waiting.
First things first, I must give an enormous amount of credit and admiration to Mashti, who produced and arranged this track. The drum creation instantly seduces you into this luxurious sensuality. It is truly remarkable the work created here, and the sheer vibrancy of the bass effects, the guitar flexes provided by Sebastian Lilla, the entire atmosphere is just sublime. Ingrid's breath-filled, aching, yearning, sensual vocals enter the fray, and as you can imagine, they are given such feeling and desire. The beautiful, light, airy delivery and echo of the chorus line float upon a deftly erotic cloud. The track breathes and toys and teases. I want to know you. Not like that. I don't want to be your mother. I don't want to be your sister either. I just want to be your lover. The power of music to tease, ache, toy and seduce and pull you into a world of utter abandon and almost otherworldly desire has never been more obvious than it is here. I love the part at just after 2 minutes where the drums flex and strain before leading into a section where Ingrid's vocal toying with the object of her desire is piercingly intimate, and her questions are those of a beautiful Parisian scene between lovers on a twisted bedsheet, or those phone calls that seduce the soul. There's a moment of peace when the song fades that leaves you emotionally spent and soulfully satisfied. Justify My Love by Ingrid Chavez will be released on the 18th of December 2020. However, you can, from the 4th of December, download the track exclusively at TrackSource or pre-order the track at Bandcamp and iTunes. There are exciting rumours of remixes and videos which will add even more sumptuous luxury to this track. To stay in touch with all things Ingrid and this remarkable single, please check out all the links below.
Pours the